YouTube. My name is Tara Patrice and you're watching my channel. So I'm gonna be real. This is going to be my first video. So before we get to this story time, one, you're gonna hear me complain about that wig I got on my head. I'm gonna be honest with you, I am definitely not a wig person, okay? And this is my first wig throughout this quarantine, so please bear with me on that. And second, I realized how I went from Shay to Taylor. How did I not notice that? And I'm just realizing that now. So I'm definitely holding myself accountable for that. So like I said, bear with me. And third, if you hear, like I'm doing right now, stutter or trying to take a long pause, I am very sorry. Like, I stutter too much, and I'm trying to, not trying to talk as fast as much. I'm trying to hear my words, making sure that I don't try to repeat myself as much, so my apologies. Thank you. To be a story time. So, anyways, make sure you follow me on my social media platforms: Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and TikTok. My TikTok's weird. So, yeah. So let's jump up into this story time. Alright. So I would say this back when in kindergarten, I met this girl. We're gonna call her Shay. Okay. Shay is a friend that I've been known since kindergarten. She's that friend that will always hang out together, that OG friend. We've always spend so much time together. Honestly, if this hair is bothering you, I am so sorry. Okay. I hate it too. Okay. This is not the best wig. Okay, I'm gonna be real, this is my first wig. Okay. So anyways, back to the story. Me and Shay been best friends since kindergarten. I don't know if I should give this girl the scripture, because I don't want to put like race or skin tone into this. But she was funny, always makes me laugh, but she always, let's just say, her mouth gets her in trouble. And as what I mean by that, like, she will laugh at everything. Like, even if it's like a bad situation, she will laugh. Just like oh, my cat, I got a D on my test, she'll laugh. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay. And honestly, just looking back at it, I'm just like, why? I was so young. Why did I stop her then? And honestly, we get in trouble together. I remember 3rd grade that we had a field day where we played sports all day, and we got in trouble the day before, and we weren't even allowed to go. We weren't even allowed to attend field day, which was sad. So it so our friendship lasted through all the way to fifth grade. Once we started middle school. Okay. Once middle school hit, the very first year, the very first year of middle school, we had two, three other friends. Okay, one one of them is Karima. Shout out to you, girl. And we had two other friends called Green and Blue. Okay, so we were all pretty tight. We were like this throughout middle school, but I remember Taylor being so distant. Once we hit middle school, she was so distant. I guess I like new school, trying to fix yourself up a bit or whatever. But let's just say by this, she was still around, but she was just more distant. Like she didn't want to be around us as much as it used to be. So I so fast forward later on in the year, we I remember this day like it was yesterday. I still remember this completely. Okay, I'm gonna say where all of us were at during this day. Okay, so keep this in mind. I'm gonna start with me. I I that I I didn't eat breakfast that day, so I had to go to the school and get breakfast there. So once I got my breakfast, I was already heading down to my homeroom, and Karima, I think she was on the bus, head coming to school along with Green. And Blue was still at home getting ready for school. Okay, we were all in different locations when this situation happened. And Taylor was our if you hear a sound, that is the dryer. All right. Me and Taylor, we're always the first two out of the five who will be there at school early since there's no reason. But we're always the first ones there. So the locations, keep that in mind. I didn't eat breakfast that day, so I went into school to get some breakfast. Once I got some breakfast, I was already walking to my homeroom. So, like, and once I got to the homeroom, the bell rang and the doors were already opening for everyone else to come in. Like, and when I finally reached my hallway, like the students were already talking about, oh my gosh, I can't believe Taylor got into a fight. Da 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 da. I'm just like Taylor, like my friend Taylor. Like what? Do you not Do you not know how many girls with that name? Like, it could be anybody. But no, they described her completely. And honestly, even back then, the kid, even back then, like, the nicknames for her were so mean. Okay. So, anyways, I didn't get to see Taylor the whole day until lunch. And I I didn't see Karima or Green or Blue that entire day either until lunch. Once lunch hit, on- once lunch hit, that's when we all came together and we saw Taylor sitting at our usual table, and and she told us what happened. Basically, she basically got into it with some other girl, homegirl, like because she called her fat. And I was like, and plus I know the girl who she was fighting, and she's not fat. Okay, she was tall and skinny, so she was not fat where. Anyways, she she told us she was laughing, and then out of nowhere she wants to blame us for her whole situation. Like where were you guys? Why weren't you there? Like when I was fighting or whatever. I'm just like, hold up, hold up. I'm like, what? What? Wig. I'm just like, excuse me. I'm like, first of all, we like I said, we were in different locations around the time the fight was happening. So how are we supposed to know that? Hey, if I'm not the end of the fight, come help me. And uh, we told we told her where we were at this time, and she was mad the entire time. I'm like, you expect us to know? You expect us to drop everything just to come help you, even when, especially if we're in different places around that time. You expect us to be very back just to see into the future? No. And honestly, we and back then we didn't even have phones. Like, she didn't say, "Hey guys, I'm about to get into a fight. Come help me." We didn't have phones around that time. Out of out of everyone, who had a phone was Blue. Okay, Blue was the only one who had a phone. Okay, none of us have phones. But even if we were there, I'm like, I would hold her back. But I'm just like, you called the girl fat, which was unnecessary. Like, and she was been like the complete opposite. Said, you could let me fight her. You could let me fight her. Because she got into another fight the year after with another girl, and this time I was definitely holding her back. And she said, like, you could let me fight her. You could let me fight her. I'm just like, which is it? Do you want me to be there, or do you want to fight the person? Which is it? Like, honestly, what? So, like, being the big person, being the big being the bigger person, we apologize saying like, hey, we didn't know it was a fight, we apologize, so on and so forth. She was still mad. Fight to all the way to 6th grade, all the way to 8th grade. And honestly, again, just looking back at it, I'm just like, what you expect us to do? And I have no words. And honestly, it was not our fault anyway. That was on her. That was on her. And even after that whole situation, she got, like I said, the year after that, she got into another fight with a whole nother girl. And let's just say, let's just say, after that after that other fight, she was red, and I mean red, red as this comb. This is how red she was. Okay, red as this apple. That's how red she was. Wait, I'm filming at my window. Okay, by the way, if you hear something, I'm filming near my window, so. But that's a whole other story for a whole nother time. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Follow me on my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter, and my TikTok at tpatrice2000. Subscribe. Like I said, subscribe, please. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.